Hi everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to crochet this granny square blanket along with the pico stitching border. For this project I am using the Caron Upside Down Cakes. This color is called Peanut Brittle, and I find that these cakes specifically are very choppy and abrupt in the color changes. But I did find that it actually looked really good with this granny square blanket, as you can tell from the photos. For the crochet hook, I am using a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. To begin, we are going to make a magic ring, and then we are going to work into the magic ring for the first round. So we're going to start by chaining up 3, keeping that magic ring open. And we are going to make 2 double crochets into the ring. And then we are going to chain 2. So this counts as 3 double crochets for our first edge, 2 chains for our corner, and then we're going to make another edge of our square. So we're going to do 3 more double crochets into the magic ring. Two chains for another corner. So here you can see it's already coming together. We have our first edge, a corner, our second edge. We just did 2 chains for another corner. We're going to do another edge, so 3 double crochets into the magic ring. Two chains, and then one last edge, so 3 more double crochets into the magic ring. And then at this point we can take the tail end and pull it tight. Make 2 more chains, and we are going to join to the top of that chain 3 in the beginning. So there is our first round of our square, and we are going to slip stitch over to the corner. So we have 2 double crochets here that we are going to slip stitch into. 1, 2, and we are going to slip stitch into this chain 2 space. So to begin our second round, we are going to chain 3, and that will act as a double crochet, and we are going to make 2 more double crochets into that corner, chain 2, and make 3 more double crochets into that same corner. So here is our first corner of round 2. We have 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And since we are beginning here, that chain 3 does count as that first double crochet. Now we are going to skip this cluster of 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 1 to make a little room for it. And we have our next corner here. So round 2, we are just working our corners. So for the second corner, we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3. There's our first cluster, chain 2, and then another cluster of 3 double crochets right into that same corner. So now we have 2 corners, and we are just going to continue around. So we're going to skip this cluster, chain 1, and then in this next corner we will do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets to complete the corner. There's our 3rd corner, chain 1, skip this cluster, and work our last and final corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And we are going to skip this cluster, so we are going to chain 1, and we are going to join to the top of this chain 3 to complete the round. So there was the second round. It should be looking something like this. And then for round 3, we want to start in the corner again, so we are going to slip stitch into these 2 stitches. And then also into the corner, so we can start our round 3 in the corner. Just like how we started round 2, we are going to chain up 3, and that's going to count as a double crochet, and we are working a corner, so we want 2 more double crochets. Chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. So here we have our corner. Again, that beginning chain 3 will count as that first double crochet. So it's 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. We're going to skip this cluster here. So we're going to chain 1, and then we are going to work 3 double crochets into this one space here. So we have a corner, chain 1, and a cluster, which is comprised of 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 1, and now we are to our next corner. So we will make 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, and we're just going to follow that pattern all the way around. So just like we did in round 2, and it'll be the same in the rest of the rounds. For each corner, we will do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and here we have a space on the edge where we will make a cluster of 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and we get to our next corner, and we will follow that all the way around. So I'm just going to finish up the edges just how we did this first side. Here we are at the end of round 2. I'm just going to join to my beginning chain. So I ended with a cluster and a chain 1. I'm going to join to my beginning chain on the top there and slip stitch over to the corner. And we are essentially just going to repeat round 2. The only difference is you are going to make more clusters on each side as the blanket grows, but everything else is the same. We will still make our chain 3 to begin with, make our corner. Chain 1, skip this cluster, we'll make 3 double crochets in this spot, chain 1, skip this cluster, 3 double crochets in this spot. So now we have 2 spaces to make clusters, chain 1, and we will get to a corner, and we will just continue all the way around. Again, it's going to be the same thing. We will just have more spots to make clusters in as it grows and grows and grows. You can make this blanket as big as you'd like. For my project, I used 3 cakes of the Caron Upside Down Cakes, and I'm gonna put the details below of the dimensions and the number of rows that I did for my specific blanket. I also created a border for my blanket, so I'm going to finish off this 4th round, and then I will show you how I made my border. Here is my finished sample square. So I just joined to the beginning chain and then fasten off. Obviously your project is going to be much bigger, but I'm going to show you how I did the border. So I'm just using an olive green. It is a different brand and it's just a solid color, but I thought it matched pretty well with all of the other colors in this cake. So we are going to start in the corner. I'm going to make a slip knot with my yarn. And pull it through. And in the corner, we are going to chain 1 just to start the round, and we are going to make 4 single crochets into this corner. Then we are going to work all the way across. So we are going to have 1 stitch for each of these double crochets. So 3 stitches here, and then we will make 1 single crochet into this gap here, and then continue all the way across. So here we're just going to go right into the gap and make a single crochet there, and then 3 single crochets across this cluster. A single crochet in the gap, and we're going to do this all the way around, just single crochets all the way across, and then each corner we'll get 4 single crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around, and then we will do the second and final round. Here I am in the beginning. I'm just going to join to the first single crochet of the round. I'm going to chain 1. And for this last row of the border, we're going to do a picot stitch, 3 single crochets, and then that's going to be the pattern that we follow. So a picot stitch is basically single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet all into the same stitch. So we are going to start with that in our first stitch here. We're going to make a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into that same stitch, and then single crochet into the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and then repeat the pattern. So the next stitch gets a picot stitch, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into that same stitch. So again, single crochet into the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and then picot stitch, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into the same stitch. And we're just going to continue to do that all the way around. We're not going to do anything special for the corners. We're just going to keep doing single crochet in the next 3 and then a picot stitch, and we're going to come all the way around. And for my blanket, it did work out perfectly where I had 3 single crochets before our beginning picot stitch, but if you only have 2 left after doing a picot stitch, just do 2 single crochets. If you have 4 left, I would just do all 4 single crochets so these little peaks aren't right next to each other. But I'm gonna go ahead and complete it just so you can see what it looks like. Here I just completed the border. I just went ahead and joined to the very first single crochet that's a part of the beginning picot stitch, and then I chain 1 to fasten off. So your border should be looking something like this, just these little peaks all the way around. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something new today, and if you enjoy crochet tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel.